Sega! Hey guys, this is Down Phoenix, and I figure I'd do, a bit of a let's play, but, kind of actually talk about a game I know a little bit about for once. Actually play a game I know a little about for once. One I can beat without too much trouble, without having to die a shitload. So, in case you aren't sure what it is, it's Golden Axe 2. So we're gonna go ahead and just change a couple things around quick here, and we'll be ready to play. So this was a excellent beat 'em up for the Sega Genesis, and I highly recommend checking it out. There's really little reasons not to. It's kind of tough to pick who you want to play, but I usually play as a dwarf in this game because he kicks ass. So yeah, this is actually... I wasted my magic because I forgot what button to use. I was thinking the controls from the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection for the 360, and obviously I'm not playing that version. I'm playing the original on Kega Fusion Emulator because it's kind of hard to record a Sega Genesis game when your Pinnacle video transfer doesn't work anymore. So that's why you haven't really seen a lot of console games from me lately, guys. Just heads up on that. So anyways, as far as Golden Axe 2, it's a fantasy beat-em-up game. The first game was quite popular back in its day, but the second game surpasses in just about every way. I mean, this is a fantastic game for its time. And it's hard to imagine this game is 20 years now, 20 years old, because the gameplay is still fresh. It's a very, it's just a very well-played beat-em-up game. And, that's why this is one of my favorites. I think Sega and Konami had the best beat-em-ups out of everybody from back in the day. Not even my good buddy Capcom was able to make that good of beat-em-ups compared to them too. So yeah, the first stage, as you can tell, is pretty easy. I think I get hit maybe once so far. And it's probably, well, I said it's probably going to remain that way until he headbutted me. So yeah. Animals, of course, make things easier for everybody. They are our friends, and now we'll use magic on this guy. So you can see some of the great magic effects of this game. And obviously that pwned me there. I don't know, I tried to record this earlier and I didn't have any trouble with that guy earlier, but, well, I didn't lose any health, so I guess I really didn't have much trouble. But I've done better on this game, so we'll see. Alright, so, doing okay so far. We haven't lost any health yet, so... And, it's obviously a pretty short game, because, I've already cleared a stage. Oh yeah, this game is considerably shorter than Streets of Rage, which is also a really good beat-em-up game, but... if you want a beat-em-up that you can play quickly, this one's definitely it. This one takes maybe a half hour to beat. Yeah, not too long at all. Oh. There we go. Ah! Bastards. They're really doing a number on me today. Oh yeah, the skeletons. I hate these guys. In case you never knew. Down Phoenix does not like the skeletons on this game. They're just tricky is all there is to it. Okay. I don't know why. I always struggle with the skeletons for some reason. I've never done well with them. Alright, there we go. Probably should have used my magic against them, but I forgot about these guys, so... Oh well. Oh, yeah, thank you, game. I mean, I wasn't trying to run away from the skeletons before they knocked my health out. There we go. These skeletons are obviously a lot tougher than the white ones I fought earlier. But not too much of a challenge. I know there's like another skeleton, so I'm gonna, just use a good old tactic to not move further in the screen so that it doesn't lure the skeleton out. Or I might be mistaken. Okay, yeah, I guess it was. Ah! Cheap shot. Oh yeah, special attacks. Forgot to tell you about them. Great when you're surrounded. So is that. So if you're new to the Golden Axe universe, I'd definitely check this game out. This is the top-notch one of the series, in my opinion. Okay. There we go. Ah! These guys have to be assholes to me for some reason. You have to know when to not attack. And these guys don't know when to die, apparently. So, let's just make this easy for ourselves real quick. Get rid of these skeletons. Okay. Or not get rid of the skeletons, because my level 3 magic spell is not enough to kill them, apparently. I'm not going to be able to effectively fight the boss until the skeletons are dead. And for some reason their health is really high today. I don't know. There we go. So the effective way to beat this guy is to kind of get on a higher or lower plane than him, and then you got to do the jumping attacks when the timing is right. It works sometimes, but for some reason he's not being easily fooled today. And I wasn't even remotely in the same plane as him, and he did the shield bash attack, so that's pretty cheap game. Pretty cheap. I don't recommend doing the ramming attacks because he can whip the sword out. There we go. That was close. I almost lost a life there, but fortunately I didn't. I actually get a point of health back here from this green guy. Okay, there we go. And replenish my magic. So, there we go. It's got 2 stages cleared so far. Oh, wow. The enemies are using it as a base. Wow, well, I obviously didn't realize that. I mean, I didn't run into a whole shitload of enemies while I was there. Obviously. That was just my imagination. Oh, come on! The claw guys are really annoying because they can combo you. Usually it's not a problem, but yeah. I hit the special attack game, so the controls just don't seem as responsive on a emulator or the 360 for that matter as they do on the actual Genesis. They just seem a little off for some reason. I mean, like, just slightly though. It's not bad enough to distract me from playing this game. That was obviously in vain. Okay, there we go. Save those magic books for these guys. And could not have timed that any better. I literally could not have. Alright, there we go. And we'll get our magic books back here in a second. And there we go. This game has awesome AI, can you tell? It's like lemmings. That's the easiest way to deal with enemies in this game. And it's course, you know, also if you get the height advantage, you can just let them come to you and deal with them on your own terms, you know. That way you don't have to lose any health, because it does get a lot tougher later on, so you want to try not to sacrifice your health for that purpose. Okay, I forgot about this guy. Wait for him to come back up here. I know, this is a boring way, guys. I'm sure that there's probably some, like, super Gold Max professional out there somewhere that can make the fight's a lot more exciting, but I'm not that guy, so. Cheap tactics are all I use in beat-em-ups. I mean, if there's a cheap tactic to use, I'll use it. I have no shame there. Anyway, it's just an obligatory plug real quick, because, I mean, unless you're watching this on my Flip account or rejectedgamers.com, you probably aren't there right now, you know, so you check it out at rejectedgamers.com. You know, great site, you know, it'd be really nice to see everybody there, you know, just checking out the site and everything. So, anyways, I'm going to use my magic to get a, you know, easy blow at first these guys, and then these guys, you know, since there's so many of them, they can surround you easily, so as long as they don't rape you like that, then you can kind of like use this, yeah, like, see, they're raping me there, you know, I mean, they weren't lining up in the plane for some reason, you know, because, I mean, you can usually, you know, with the AI of this game, you know, the enemies will try to line up with you before they attack, but sometimes they, for some reason, just don't line up. I don't know if they were programmed like that on purpose or what, but, you know, especially since I'm playing just single player, I have to use this tactic to make it easier for myself. So there we go. That's how you do that. You just gotta make sure you time things right so that you don't get raped like I did earlier. Okay. And of course, you know, I had to die before I could get to the health, so figures. Okay. So, yeah, we're on stage 4 already. Probably the least impressive of the entire soundtrack of this game. It's just, this is all it is, basically. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it's retarded. I mean, I guess you can't have all the tracks be winners, but they could have tried a little bit better, you know, than just having that same beat over and over. Well, it's not literally like that the entire stage, but I mean, it is for a good chunk of it. There we go. Deal with that skeleton by, you know, his suicide leap. That's the ultimate tactic you can use. It even works on some bosses, you know. You know, some are, you know, too smart to fall for it, though, so you have to, like, try to knock them off if you want to make it easy. Okay, so we'll just use our magic, because I already got 2 books there, you know, and surprise, surprise, I'm actually fighting 4 skeletons, and I'm getting raped by 4 skeletons now, so that's what I call them, is the rape. That's what they do in this game, is they rape with their scythes. I just hate them. But they're not as bad as they were in the original Golden Axe. They were even more annoying and cheap. There we go. Now, like, one of these guys at a time ain't too bad at all. They're really not hard to handle. Oh, come on. I was not in range of that attack. Yeah, you know, every once in a while they'll get some weird collision detection things going on, you know, like, you know, you're calling bullshit on it, but yeah, whatever. So you see what I mean? Like, the music's the same the entire stage, basically. Not until we get to the boss fight, where things will actually break up from the monotony of it. You know, keeping them separated like this makes the fighting a lot easier. And of course, you know, like usual, take care of that height advantage. Use that to your advantage. And you know, sometimes it works with lower attacks too, especially when they don't breathe fire on you. Or do that stupid sword jab thing he just did. I mean, these lizards have to be dickheads about it. They can't take their dying like grown lizards can. There we go. Guess you could say this is like the equivalent to strafing in a modern-day first-person shooter. You know, often you strafe to deal with boss enemies and such. You gotta be careful with, you know, fighting on these planes, though. You can get yourself trapped like I was about to there. Fortunately, I was able to dodge that guy trying to do his jab, so it wasn't a problem. Ah! You know, these bosses do not attack you until, after you kill these guys. So it's a lot easier if you can kill the guys first. Because then you're only fighting two at a time. Then I'll slam him with some magic as soon as the fight starts, and we'll go from there. Okay, there we go. If I was playing the chick, I'd be able to do a lot more damage with magic, but that's alright. I don't need the chick for that. Ah! There we go. Just keep your distance and use the fire, and you won't have any trouble with these guys. And you gotta be quick at your attack, too. You can't let them surround you. Because the fire gives you more range than they have for their weapons, so as long as you time it right, you can handle it, no problem. So, alright. So we got our food, and then we got our magic books, and we're ready for the next stage.